Yo, hey Jack. Hope all is well. I'm Ennor Armah with Salesforce. Thank
hmm
you for meeting with me today. And here's my business card. I've heard such great things about you and your company after speaking with your colleague Jeff at John Deere at the past UGA alumni event.
Yeah. Nice to meet you, Ennor, and you as well. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me as well.
Yeah, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to meet with me. And I do anticipate this meeting lasting around 20 minutes or so. Is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Yeah. And is there anyone else that you would like to join us in our meeting today?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just me and you today.
Sounds good.
Mhm.
So, Jack, I really do believe Salesforce will be a great implementation for American Farm and Garden Supply. But before we get started, I want to get a better understanding of your business and its unique goals and challenges. So, so I can take the appropriate steps moving forward. Would you mind if I ask a few questions and take a couple of notes during our meeting today?
No, I do not mind at all. I'll probably take some notes myself.
I appreciate that. So, I want to
Mhm.
hear about your current CRM system.
So yeah, we are a small scale business with 6 retail locations, and we really have not had a need for a central unified CRM as of lately, but we have been using SIP.
Gotcha. SIP. Well, let's get started. Jeff over at John Deere mentioned that your decision to expand into four new territories, Macon, Columbia, Knoxville, Louisville.
hmm Yeah.
This is an incredible accomplishment, especially during a pandemic. With expansion into new territories, this also brings challenges into effective communication with our employee network. I
Mhm.
also noticed that y'all's revenue growth in the past year has increased by 12%, especially during COVID, which is fantastic. This also proves that you need an in-depth CRM that is capable of integrating this expansion and exponential revenue increase.
Mhm.
Yeah, so in preparation for this meeting, I've done some homework by speaking with your colleagues Tom James and Billy Jackson and a
Yeah.
few local competitors by comparing similar CRM needs. And I've captured three pain points for our discussion today in my agenda, and I'd like to go over them.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, so this includes first, a lack of communication that efficiently connects employees and customers. Second, an outgrowth of the current sales tracking system that will keep up with your business expansion. And last, a way of tracking your team's collaboration, their time management, and employee productivity. Do these three issues make sense to you? And can you think of anything else that you'd like to cover today?
Yeah, they definitely make sense to me. And no, I really can't think of anything at the moment, but what you presented is seems very viable and it makes sense.
Gotcha. So, after speaking with some of your employees, I like to discuss the current communication system within your company, as well as with your customers and suppliers. Especially with your upcoming expansion, it is very important than ever that you assure all your locations remain connected. So, what are some dissatisfactions that you have faced with your current communication system with both employees and customers?
Yeah. Um, so I would say we have missed orders because someone would say that they placed an order or not and it fell through with it, causing delays. We have over ordered and had equipment shipped to wrong locations. So that overall communication has hindered some of our sales and revenue. Mhm.
Yeah, I understand that miscommunication and the lack of communication receipts can hurt American Farm and Garden Supply's reputation with their customers and suppliers. So, how have you been able to understand your growing and changing customer base if you have not been able to communicate across the company effectively?
Yeah, that's a good question. Um, but I'd say it's been difficult to keep up with change, but we have an excellent employees at all phases. We really value our certain culture at our company. And other than miscommunications we have had on orders and reaching out to distributors, I believe that we have really handled things well.
Gotcha. Yeah, so let's move on to the next part of the agenda. For the past 20 years, American Farm and Garden Supply has been thriving from starting off with one location in Athens in the year 2000 to a total of six in the past year, to now with the new expansion beginning across the next few years, bringing your total retail locations to 10. I believe American Farm and Garden Supply will face a serious problem of outgrowing their current sales and inventory tracking system.
Mm-hmm.
So, given your new location expansion and introduction of new product lines by John Deere and maybe even more companies, this problem will only further develop. And it's very important that you manage this growth so the company can continue to be successful as possible. So, how has American Farming Garden Supplies growth in the last year caused any issues in sales and inventory tracking?
Yeah, so due to like the increased volume of transactions and data like over the last year, like you mentioned, we have grown 12% over the last year. Our networks have been a little backed up, I would say, for sure. With our current locations, we've been able to handle it, but it will become a concern. Like we believe it might become a concern in our new future just because of just how backed up our networks have been.
Yeah, I heard that. So, what effect do you think your upcoming expansion will have on the effectiveness of your current sales and inventory tracking system?
Yeah, good question. We're concerned that like the increased revenue sources from the expansion locations will jeopardize our existing relationships with our key accounts, which is why like we're kind of having meetings with a few other like kind of companies like yourself. So good question. Yeah.
Appreciate it. And with your upcoming expansion and increase in product lines, do you believe a new CRM will help better maintain stock control?
Yeah, I believe so. John Deere's new products and along with the expansion may really require a revitalization of our systems and softwares. So yeah.
Okay, let's get to our third topic. So, I recently spoke with your general managers at the Atlanta and Birmingham locations, and we discussed the measurement of productivity within the respective locations. And I know American Farm and Garden Supply is known for their outstanding employee technical and
hmm
service training. And I'd
Yeah.
like to discuss how y'all currently measure productivity within each store and company wide. With the upcoming expansion and training over 100 new employees, proper measurement of productivity is needed for the continued success of your organization. So,
Mhm.
although American Farm and Garden Supply has experienced growth in the past year, how have you been able to properly understand the time it takes to fulfill orders and to take the time it takes to complete tasks for repairs or warranty fulfillment and the overall performance from individual stores?
Yeah. So for the last 15 years, we have been utilizing our current CRM, emails, and the good old calendars in the office. When it comes to orders, we wait on shipping confirmation emails from suppliers. And for the individual store aspect, the general managers collect the data weekly and records, and we use all of that and generate it together just to analyze it and make insights from it.
Yeah. And would it be fair to say American Farm and Garden Supplies needs to utilize a new CRM that can track the progress of an order to ensure customer satisfaction is maintained?
hmm Yes, after bringing up a few of these points, I think it would be beneficial due to our plans of expansion.
Heard. And so, if you look at the email I just sent you, I'd like to show you some benefits Salesforce has to offer.
Gotcha. Yeah, just give me 1 second. Let me pull that up real quick.
Gotcha. We'll
Um,
look at it at the same time.
mhm. Oh, yep, I see it. I got it up.
All right, good. All right, so let's talk about the lack of communication and how Salesforce can better help y'all. So Salesforce has the ability to connect people across the world in an instant across all devices. You can look at your iPad, your phone. Shoot, you might even be able to look at it at a DS Lite. Salesforce is a
Yeah.
cloud-based software CRM with data and servers available in all locations. Wi-Fi is available. The ability to track all communication between customers and suppliers is something that you need for your company. This CRM keeps all the information American Farm and Garden Supplies needs in one place: the data, the notes, the metrics, the contact info, the order history, all that. And do you see how a cloud based CRM allows for improved lines of communication?
Yeah, especially like you just mentioned, like the data and like the metrics and contact information, like those are definitely a lot of the aspects that we're looking to bring on and make more efficient. So definitely.
Gotcha. Well, let's talk about the benefits of how we can help your sales and inventory tracking system. Salesforce has an application called the Lightning Experience that is able to handle the growth of American Farm and Garden Supply. American Farming Supply, Garden Supplies Lightning Experience will be able to record the records of customers, the sales, and maybe open up to future opportunities. You'll be able to see the news about customers, suppliers, and competitors. See if a new product line is coming up 3 months later with John Deere after y'all get their new products. You'll be able to keep up with tasks, meetings, and ensure everybody is on the same page across the board. The Lightning experience is able to be customizable and user-friendly for each employee's needs. So old Granny May, she'll be able to use it just as that young college kid is able to. And with an increase in
Hmm.
sales, inventory must be kept up. Salesforce inventory management will be able to create locations of what inventory is stored where, and you can keep track of all your orders and what's in stock in your store in Alabama, your store in Atlanta, your store in Athens, be able to figure all that out.
Yeah. I'm just jotting some of this information down. That sounds great, though.
Yeah. And order taking will be able to track movement from location to location, and you'll be able to make returns easier.
Hmm. Gotcha.
And does this satisfy your need for a platform that can accurately track your expanding sales?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I feel like the way that like the expansion plans have been, like that is really crucial just for expanding sales because we are looking to maintain our trajectory that we have been, like mentioned, 12% growth, and we want to keep growing year in year out.
Yeah, I heard that. And let's talk about the benefits how Salesforce can help productivity. You'll be able to track your employees' productivity through performance charts that are right on the front of the Lightning page. You'll be able to track time and the time of projects, and you'll be able to personalize marketing for each store. You'll be able to improve employee engagement. People are going to want to because they're going to feel like Salesforce is an easy tool that they can use to keep up with things. And with many businesses, being remote is very important and to have the ability to track progress anywhere you are to ensure goals are reached is very important nowadays. And you'll be able to use remote contracting, signing, and management. You'll have new email marketing tools to tell people about how you'll offer free classes on Saturdays.
Yeah, gotcha.
Spread the word.
So, sorry, what was that last part?
I was
Didn't get
saying
it
to spread the word of mouth just with new email marketing techniques.
there. Yeah, sounds good. So, I got a few questions for you. How much will all of this cost me?
Yeah, so I actually can't give you a number right now, and obviously no one ever buys anything of any importance without knowing the price. I don't think I can accurately tell you how much it will cost today, but if I get back with my team, we'll be able to get a number down again. If we could sit down later, and we'll be able to understand the issue.
Hmm. Yeah, that sounds good with me. I understand. So yeah, you look pretty young. Like I don't mean to like show any disrespect, but like look pretty young to be handling like a size of like handling this size of business.
Yeah, so I do get that quite often. And over the past 2 years, I've been one of Salesforce top 10% representatives. And I currently cover over 25 accounts similar or larger than American Farm and Garden Supplies. And I would happily give you a reference of my previous and current clients that have been happy to work with me.
Yeah, like I believe you, but that'd be awesome if you could just shoot me an email just so we could do our due diligence.
Sounds good. And you do have to agree, implementing a cloud-based CRM will continue the success of American Farm and Garden Supply.
Hmm. Yeah, I do agree. Like that there is like a lot of good benefits with it, and I just kind of want to pass this by my board first because it is a pretty big decision, and it will be not too costly. I could see like the benefits of this investment, but I want to run it by like my board, and I will get back to you pretty soon about it.
Yeah, I look forward to talking to you soon. And I appreciate your time today. And I'll let you get back to your board.
Hmm. Yeah. Um, I will follow up with you like soon, like right as soon as I like get information with them. I'll probably have a meeting with them later this week, so be expecting the email in like the next like few days or a week from now.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for taking your time to talk with me today.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, have a good one.
Have a good one. Bye.